Bucs kicker Ryan Succop about set, and off we go from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The numbers for McCaffrey last week: 19 carries, 85 yards.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
This won't be enough to pick up the first. Gain of 2, 3rd and 1. There's play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. These two teams, they met in Tampa earlier in the year, with the Bucs prevailing in that one. So if they can win here in Tampa, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And the coverage terrific there, as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage. Able to knock that one away.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Mayfield. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. And not what you want to see this late in the season. The medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll begin here with Bernard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Brian Burns, the one to bring him down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Brady now to throw. His throw incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there, because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. This is caught by Evans. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. That is is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Fournette running out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Brady going to throw. On the screen, Bernard. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. Touchdown! Mike Evans with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Buccaneers are on the board first here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning to his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get good rivalries.
Now it's Ryan Succop after the touchdown to kick it away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. They're trying to get him into space, coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down. And this Pats defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, got to carry the ball with other people up front. Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. After 1, 7-0. Panther football to start quarter number 2. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Well, we're probably not the first, but all of us at EA Sports certainly want to wish you and yours a happy and prosperous new year. And as a celebration of that, a big slate of NFL games on this Sunday, Week 17. Second to last weekend of the NFL docket. Later tonight, the battle for Los Angeles, Rams and Chargers, 5:15 Pacific at SoFi. And then on Monday night, Charles and I are on to Cincinnati. Boys and Bengals, two cold weather teams in what will be a frigid Paul Brown Stadium. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Now a carry for Bernard. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And some room to run now. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And some space here. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Another impressive drive. So they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Suck up for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he still is yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Vita Vea stopped that play in its tracks.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support. And I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
That caught by Tremble. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. So on now is Johnny Hekker to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Leonard Fournette and the rest of the Bucs offense set to take over once more. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense.
He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And Fournette with a first down carry as he works his way forward for a nice pickup of about 6. Fournette once more on second down. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Bucs on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Bernard. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. The Buccaneers come into this one looking for a 14th win on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They get the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. To throw, it's Brady. And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Succop now set to kick it off following the made field goal. This one fielded out to 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. Mayfield on first down. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. To throw, Mayfield. Open man left side, it's the tight end, Trimble. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. From the red zone now, Mayfield. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing again on second down, Mayfield. Well, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far, brings up 3rd down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And again, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the left hash, a chip shot here. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try to plan a comeback.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. So we've come upon halftime. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw is caught here by Anderson. Mayfield finding Anderson for the Panthers first. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him. And we'll step aside for a moment. Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Getting 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third down, here's McCaffrey. But he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can attempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Airing this one out for Evans. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. And even 50 yards. But we keep waiting year after year to see signs of Tom Brady's arm strength deteriorating. But his message there, keep waiting.
And this offense has really just been humming all game long. So to me, they're just saying, we want to finish this one off in the third quarter so we can coast home in the fourth. And this is just a tremendous play. Something we've seen time and again from this offense.
Yeah, and that throw traveling an even 64 yards in the air. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that game.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. So Brady departs, and on it's Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal. Succop's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So just 3 points there, but that important in the grand scheme of things as it's now a 3-score lead.
And now the other guys haven't shown that they can do anything offensively, so just take the points, keep adding that cushion, and let your defense win you the football game.
From the 6. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Carolina getting set to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. That was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mayfield to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. First down, Mayfield. This pass complete to Higgins. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. From just shy of midfield, Mayfield. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Johnny Hekker now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. 2nd down, back to Fournette. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
He'll check this one off to Fournette. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Fournette once more on 2nd down. And this is going to be a Bucs 1st down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Fournette running right. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go to the century mark.
You got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
Up the gut, Fournette. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Fournette. And he's got some space here. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 120 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Running left, it's Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win. Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Now Brady. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Succop's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. We're ultimately not really sure if they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Mayfield and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Mayfield. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. A 1st down throw from Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete here.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He's going to look deep for more. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Again, here's Bernard. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you try to have a few men in the box there.
But he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Mayfield with it once more. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. To try again after the sack. Mayfield, one last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.